My two Satoshis, this my two Satoshis. Tune in and get the latest and greatest. I'm stacking Toshis, yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is October 26th, 2020, and I gotta give a shout out to my man, one of my strong supporters, Wired Sparks, for the song request, Currency and Harry Fraud, ScarRap38. Thanks for the song request, bro. Never heard this one. This is featuring Action Bronson. He sounds so much like Ghostface, it doesn't make sense. But at any rate, thanks for the extra support by being a premium member. What's good, people? Hope everyone's doing well, and welcome to another episode. Today, we got a lot to talk about. This just out, actually, and I didn't even see this until now, just when I hit the record button. We're going to talk about this. Out of fortune, it looks like JP Morgan is now thinking that Bitcoin will triple and possibly going to challenge gold. We'll take a quick peek at this as I've just saw this come across my screen. But what I had planned for today was to talk about a potential blood buy for you guys. If you don't know what a blood buy is, it's basically when I go buy a token, a cryptocurrency, whatever it is. It can even be an equity, even though I'm not playing in that market right now. But a blood buy is when you buy on panic, all chaos, all hell breaks loose, and you come in, and if the fundamentals look right, you're scooping up those tokens. I may have one for you. I know I purchased this token about 2 hours ago, and it is the farm token. That is harvest.finance. I saw that it was down over 56% earlier today and didn't know why, so I went and investigated, and guess what? There was an attack on its pool and $24 million was drained. Wow. We're going to talk about this, not telling you to buy this. I only put a small percentage of my portfolio in this trade to see if we can get a nice bounce back after the smoke clears. So we'll take a look at that and what ramifications that may have for DeFi in general. And then also we've got this going on in the equities market. And for those who think that cryptos aren't correlated still to the equities markets, you got it wrong. Just because one day it's up and, you know, the equities markets are heading down doesn't mean anything. As I told one viewer, I said the equities markets aren't going to go up because PayPal said they're buying Bitcoin or allowing their customers to buy and sell Bitcoin. That has no relevance to the equities market. So to see a breakup from the correlation is normal, right? You wouldn't see the equities go up because of that. You would only see cryptocurrencies head up because of that. That's crypto specific bullish news for Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets. So that's why we saw Bitcoin rally last week and not so much with the equities markets. But Pelosi, Trump, they can't seem to come to an agreement on the next stimulus package. More so the Democrats, by the way. They're the ones holding it up. This has caused the equities markets to take a beating today. Look at that. Dow Jones down 650 points. S&P 500 was down 64 points. That's 1.8% in the red, and not a good day for equities, and neither was it for Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a sell-off, and that was about 6 hours ago from the time of recording. And, you know, like I said, Bitcoin's down today, equities down today. Overall, a 50% correlation with equities means not every day is going to correlate. Not every day you're going to see Bitcoin up and stocks up, or vice versa, Bitcoin down and stocks down. But in general, we've seen month to month, there's been a very strong correlation with equities and Bitcoin. So we'll get into the details here in a second. That's one article we will take a look at today. But to the contrary, or more of a bullish signal for us, is that Bitcoin has posted its first weekly close above 11,700. So I think that if equities is all predicated on equities, because we got the bullish news, the fundamental news out of the way with cryptos, if we can sustain a move up or slightly up in equities, you're going to continue to see Bitcoin head higher, but even at a faster pace. So we'll take a look at this one technical point. Bitcoin closing above 11,700 on a weekly close. for the first time since 2018. That's big news. So all 3 articles coming up on today's episode of My 2 Satoshis. Let's get it. If you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. But before we get started, I definitely got to bring your attention to purevpn. They have a 4.8 out of 5 Trustpilot rated platform. They have a Halloween cyber secure sale going on, 62% off yearly plans after the trial. You can get a 7-day trial at no cost right now, cancel anytime. Fast and reliable VPN service at an affordable price with over 2,000 servers across 140 plus countries. So in addition to having a secure connection on your devices, like myself, I use the VPN when I was out in Wyoming over the weekend at the hotel, because you definitely don't want to be on an open network surfing around where hackers can look up ports and get into your computer. That's not only the benefit, you can stream all the content you want, including the newly added Disney Plus, 7 Netflix regions, Amazon Prime, BBC Player, and the list goes on, basically allowing you to get access to content you normally wouldn't be able to see in your region. Purevpn.com. Link is in the description below. Let's take a look at this Coin 360 heat map today. We've got Bitcoin up almost 0.5%. It is trading currently at 13,024 bucks. Had a huge drop earlier, as I stated. It seems like it's trying to climb back. Ethereum down 3.4% though, trading at $393. It lost that $400 handle earlier as well. All the alts are looking pretty bad right now, in the 2 to 5% range as far as being down. So not looking good for the alts. Bitcoin did bounce back. Let's see if it can hold this pattern and keep above 12,700-ish area. All right, so let's take a quick look at the technicals. As I stated, we did take a dip, but right now I'm just going to draw this line. I'll do it with this marker here. So this area right here seems to be, a channel that we're starting, right? So if we can stay above 12,700, I think we're good. If not, we're going to break back down to the 12,300 area. Again, these areas, only if you're an active trader does it matter, because ultimately we've broken out of the long-term pennant that I have to refer back to. This is when it all started, guys, and I told you then this was a major move. So this was back on July 25th, but this was the area that I said, hey, we break this, it is all over. We are going higher, and when I say higher, I mean 20,000 and above, 20,000 plus. I think we're heading towards, but that means that the stock market, I think, is heading higher as well. It's just about percentage wise who's going to do better. Bitcoin's going to outperform all of them. You've seen MicroStrategy, you've seen Square, and you've seen many other publicly traded companies consider it the cat is out the bag at this point, right? That's my assessment for today, though. As long as we stay between 12,700 on the lower bound and 13,300 on the upper bound, we're going to stay in the channel and we won't go too much of anywhere. So you can try to, if you're bullish, you can play the bottom of the channel, buy those dips. If you're bearish, you can short those tops around 13,300. But let's take a look at this blood buy. This is why you're here today. Let me just do a refresh. They're giving us a price on CoinGecko. I think it's like an aggregated price of 102 bucks. But if you trade directly on Uniswap, you're going to get it for the low, roughly around, or at least I got in at 96 bucks. All right. Bought a bag of this at 96 bucks. I saw it was down more than 56% today, and I had to grab some. So this is my blood buy for the day. My stop loss, just because you got to have an exit strategy. You can't just buy and hope, buy and pray. That's not how we make money in this market. So I have a stop loss of 93 bucks. If we break below 93, 92 bucks, I mean, I'm out of there. I'm out of there. But look at this huge dip. Literally, just yesterday, this thing was trading at 232 bucks. Hack came out, and we'll talk about that next. It dropped dramatically. So that's where I am. That's my blood buy. And we're going to talk about why we are even in this situation with Harvest Finance. This is out of You Today. So it says that the decentralized yield farming protocol Harvest Finance has lost 24 million after being successfully exploited by a hacker, 2.5 million has been already sent back to the deployer. However, whoever hacked the protocol is currently converting his or her ill-gotten gains into REN BTC, a popular synthetic version of Bitcoin, and Tornado Cash. That is a mixer to kind of break the trail on the blockchain for those funds. In its statement, Harvest Finance explains that the attack was carried through the Curve Finance Y pool that allows earning interest by depositing stablecoins in Bitcoin. They said the economic attack was performed through the yield Curve Y pool, stretching the price of the stablecoins in Curve out of proportion and depositing and withdrawing a large amount of assets through the Harvest. All of the protocol's stablecoin and Bitcoin strategy funds have been withdrawn to its vault. Harvest Finance governance token has collapsed over 6% according to CoinGecko, and DeFi Pulse data has also shown that the protocol has hemorrhaged over $369 million worth of total value locked. Yikes. The attack underscores the fragility of DeFi protocols that routinely face similar attacks. Entrepreneur and quant trader Kyo Wang calls the Harvest Finance incident a huge setback for DeFi. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. So we'll have to see. Again, this is a risky move. I'm just looking for maybe 20-30%. And I'm taking profit, right? So that's what I'm looking at right now. We'll see if it happens. But again, it's the risk to reward. Very small risk to the downside. I'm out of this joint if it trades under 93 bucks. But the upside, it can get to 150 in a day, or at least in a week, right? In a couple of days. That, to me, that's a risk reward I'm willing to take. So we'll see what happens, guys. That's my blood buy though for today. Let's take a look at what's going on in the stock markets. Again, I said earlier, ouch, Dow Jones hit very hard today. So was Bitcoin. And let's take a look at what Cointelegraph has to say about Bitcoin's correlation with this move down in the stock markets. So Bitcoin's price fell 3% as the U.S. stock market plummeted, but traders expect these two key levels to prevent a deep Bitcoin pullback. Let's see what levels they're talking about here. So it looks like they're talking about 12,500 and 11,973 as the two levels to watch for the continuation of the Bitcoin rally. Cointelegraph is saying that Bitcoin's price dropped sharply today due to the confluence of major macro factors. JP Morgan said the re-election of U.S. President Donald Trump would be the most favorable outcome for the stock market. The investment bank analyst wrote, "We see a orderly Trump victory as the most favorable outcome for equities. Given that the expectations of the Democratic sweep remain relatively high, it could have caused the markets to rattle. Atop of the election risks, U.S. recorded a new peak in daily COVID-19 cases. Alongside the fear surrounding the pandemic, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi reportedly said the Trump administration is refusing the stimulus package, which is wrong. They're holding it up. They've been holding it up for almost a month and a half now. Dow Jones plunged almost 1,000 points. I didn't even know that part. So it actually bounced off of those lows, as well as we see with Bitcoin bouncing off those lows. See, the correlation is still there, but they say for now, the 12,500 support level remains a critical area for buyers to defend for three reasons. Firstly, it is near the 10-day moving average on the daily chart of Bitcoin. Second, it is the top of the previous peak, which was August 17th. And then thirdly, it has large whale clusters, which makes it an area of interest for high net worth investors. So again, I don't have anything at the 1250, 12,500 area. My area you want to get out if you're an active trader is if it breaks below 12,700 and I would say 50. Again, that's what makes markets. You're going to have different views, but you know Crypto Blood's accuracy, so you might want to listen to me on that one. But the article goes on to talk about a retest of this 12,500 area may strengthen the current Bitcoin uptrend. It says even if Bitcoin tests the low of 12,500 support level, traders believe that this could make a healthier uptrend for Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin rose by 15% since October 17th with barely any pullback, demonstrating strong momentum. So we'll see what happens. I've given you my levels where you need to watch it. We'll see. Like I said, I'm a reactionary trader. Don't try to be cryptodamus in this game, right? You want to just wait and see what happens. Me personally, I feel from price action, looking at price action, I think we're heading higher. If we do see a pullback, it's only for more moves up. And then lastly, I want to just touch on this one neat technical statistic is that Bitcoin just posted its first weekly close above 11,700 since 2018. It's saying here that Bitcoin and the aggregated crypto markets have remained stable overnight. The benchmark cryptocurrency is once again pushing up towards the long-held resistance around 13,200. If this level is shattered in the near term, Bitcoin could gain some serious traction that causes its price to skyrocket. I agree with that. And one point that the Bitcoinist article points out is that one thing that's in the buyer's hands or favor is the fact that Bitcoin just posted a highly bullish weekly close. This is the first week that Bitcoin has closed above 11,700 since early 2018. That is very bullish news. And I think that only adds to my stance as far as us heading higher. We're going to take out that 14K. And from there, maybe we'll take a breather, maybe not. We may just flare up and just go wild, go bunkers and head for that all-time high. At that point, I mean, at $14,000 Bitcoin, we're only like 25, 30% away from highs, all-time highs. That's nothing in crypto. So, like I said, the cat is out the bag. It was out the bag back in July, as I told you guys. All right, so that's pretty much it for today, ladies and gents. Don't forget to get over there to purevpn.com. I've got an excellent promo with them. Link in the description below. For that, you get a 7-day free trial. Check them out. You all need that VPN no matter what, where you are. Even at home, I would have a VPN on, all right? And shout out again to Wire Sparks for that song request. Currency and Harry Fraud. Scarab 38 featuring Action Bronson. We out of here, people. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here. Holla!